Good morning, ma'am. My name is Chinna. I am from ECEB. My roll number is 20BQ1A0469. Now I am going to explain about dielectrics. First, mainly in dielectrics, we need to start from history. In history, solids are classified into three types. There are conductors, insulators, and semiconductors. Conductors, it allows current to pass through materials. Insulators, it does not allow current to pass through materials. Whereas semiconductors, it allows partially. It means between the conductors and insulators. And from energy band gap also, we can say the and by using the energy difference, we can say there are three types: insulators and conductors and semiconductors. In insulators, the energy band gap is very high and the electrons in insulators are bonded, and because of large energy gap, it is not possible to excite electrons from valence band to conduction band. Insulators are considered as dielectrics. Dielectrics means di means two, electric means charges. A dielectric is an electric insulator that can be polarized by applying electric field. In this lesson, we will study about how the dielectrics, how the insulators can be converted into conductors. Not only all insulators can be converted, only some of the insulators can be converted into dielectrics. Conductors to pass through, to allow the current to pass through them. In dielectrics, when dielectric is applied in an or placed in an electrical insulator, that can be polarized by an applied electric field, that is called dipole polarization. When dielectrics are placed in an electric field, partially no current flows them. Unlike metals, they have no long, loosely bound or free electrons that may drift through materials, shift from average equilibrium positions, causing dielectric polarization. Dielectrics are important for explaining various phenomena in electronics. Dielectric was coined by William Whewell in response to requests from Michael Faraday. The term insulator is generally used to indicate electrical obstruction, while the term dielectric is used to indicate the energy storing capacity of material by means of polarization. The polarization of dielectrics by the applied field increases the capacitor surface charge for the given electric field strength. A perfect dielectric is a material with zero electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity means how a material conducts electricity. Or infinite electric. A perfect dielectric means or infinite electrical conductivity, thus exhibiting only a displacement current. Therefore, it stores and returns electrical energy as if it were an ideal capacitor. Types of dielectrics. By placing the dielectrics in an electric field, it gets polarized. Depending upon their atomic structure, dielectrics are classified into non-polar dielectrics, polar dielectrics. Non-polar dielectrics. In non-polar dielectrics, positive center of gravity and negative center of gravity coincide, in which the dipole moment is zero. Non-polar molecules do not have electrical dipole moment. They are in a linear structure, whereas polar dielectrics. In polar dielectrics, positive charge and negative charge are also does not coincide with each other. Hence, dipole moment is not zero. Polar molecules have permanent dipole moment. They are angular structure. In this lesson, we will study only about non-polar dielectrics. It means we are going to break the bonds by using by using different types of dielectric properties. Applied electric field, it means that the electric force of lines which will be present or have an effect in an area is called applied electric field. DC electric field, a charge moving in an uniform velocity produces magnetic field. DC current is due to uniform motion of charged particles, and thus it produces only magnetic field. Actually, DC current is consequence of electric field. It itself does not produce any electric field. AC electric field, it is an electric current which periodically reverses direction and changes its magnitude continuously with time, in contrast to the direct current which flows only in one direction. AC electric power produces electric and magnetic field that creates weak electric current in humans. Dipole moment, it occurs when there is a separation of charges. It is measure of polarity of molecule. Polarizability, it is the measure of how easily an electron cloud is disturbed by an electric field. Polarizability is represented as alpha. Alpha equal to P by E. P is electric dipole and E is electric field strength. permittivity. The medium gives a permission to allow the electric current is called the permittivity. For vacuum epsilon naught, for a medium epsilon, and relative permeability is epsilon r. Epsilon r equal to epsilon by epsilon naught. Dielectric displacement or flux density, D equal to Q by A, where Q is free charge and A is surface area. Electric field strength E equal to phi by A, phi equal to Q by epsilon naught. Phi is flux, Lorentz force. It is a combination of electric and magnetic force on a point charge due to electromagnetic field. Lorentz derived an equation that is F equal to Q into E plus V into B, where F is force, Q is electric charge, B is magnetic field, E is external electric field, V is velocity. And by separation of charges, we have a force called Coulombic force. Fc equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square, where Q1 Q2 are charges. Susceptibility. The ratio of polarization to the electric field strength is called the susceptibility. Non-polar dielectrics in electric field. When a non-polar dielectric slab is placed between plates of a capacitor, negative charge is placed towards the positive plate and positive charges is placed towards the, it displaces towards the negative plate. This acquires the dipole moment. The electric acquires dipole moment known as dielectric polarization. The formula is E equal to E naught minus Ei. E is net electric field strength. E naught is electric field strength due to the charges on plates of capacitor. Ei is induced charges. Polar dielectrics. Polar dielectrics also same. When a polar dielectric is placed between plates of a capacitor, the positive charges are displaced towards the negative plate and vice versa. This acquires a dipole moment. Types of polarization. When a dielectric is placed in a DC electric field, it gets polarized. There are 4 types: electronic polarization, ionic polarization, orientation polarization, space charge polarization. Electronic polarization. In electronic polarization, when an atom is placed in an electric field, how negative charge is displaced. We are going to study about this in electronic polarization. Dielectrics are elemental type. Elemental type means it is a composition of atoms. They have very less distance. When an atom is in absence of electric field. First, I am taking an atom. In only one atom. When an atom is in the absence of electric field, the atom has positive charge and negative charge. The positive charge is in the center, and negative charge also have center at the only positive charge. It means that positive and negative charges are neutral. When an atom is in absence of electric field also, there is a charge density that is equal to charge by volume. Charge density is represented as rho. In this case, we are taking the positive charge as Ze. So Ze is the charge. Volume, the atom is in spherical, so the volume of spherical is 4 by 3 pi r cube. I am taking radius as a capital R, so rho equal to Ze by 4 by 3 pi r cube, or we can written as rho equal to minus 3 by 4 Ze by pi r cube. Rho doesn't vary at any conditions. This is equation 1. The positive charge, when an electric field is applied in an atom, the positive charge gets displaced in the direction of field and negative charge is displayed towards the opposite the direction of field. After we apply, the shape will change in a micro substances. The positive and negative charges are separated by x distance. It means the dipole is formed. If the dipole is formed, then there experiences a dipole moment. The force experienced by a charge carrier in an external field is called the Lorentz force. The equation of Lorentz force is Fl equal to Qe. Here the charge is Ze, and we are taking negative charge. How negative charge is displaced in this condition? So we are taking minus Ze. Fl equal to minus Ze. When a Lorentz force is applied, then there is separation of charges between them, so it gets separated. Then the separation causes a force. That force is called the Coulombic force. We already know that Coulombic force formula is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. It means Q1 is Q plus and Q2 is Q minus. And next, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Zg, by here the positive charge is Zg and the separation is x square into Q minus. It means the charge on surface of sphere of radius x. Charge for, whereas the charge density is charge by volume, whereas charge is charge density into volume. So by substituting the charge formula in this equation, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Zg by x square, your rho into volume of sphere of radius x. We already know that charge density formula and volume of sphere of radius x. By substituting these values, it means 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Zg by x square 3 into minus 3 by 4 Zg by pi r cube into 4 by 3 pi x cube. By cancellation and by solving this equation, the next appears as minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Zg square by r cube into x. In equilibrium, the forces Fc, Coulombic force and the Lorentz force will be equal. We are applying the electric field in a linear direction. This is the main condition. Fl equal to Fc. If we equate these 2 and 3, we get an equation that is as the 4 pi epsilon naught Zg square by r cube into x equal to minus Zg by e. Here x equal to, by solving this equation, x equal to 4 pi epsilon naught r cube by Zg into e. Equation 4. Length of dipole. X is the length of dipole. Dipole moment. If it is a dipole, so then there is a dipole moment. A dipole moment equal to mu equal to charge into length of dipole. We already know that charge is Zg and the length of the dipole is x. Mu equal to Zg into x. We can already substitute x value in this equation. We already derived x value. Mu equal to Zg into 4 pi epsilon naught r cube e by Zg. Mu equal to, by cancelling Zg and e, we get mu equal to 4 pi epsilon naught r cube b. Equation 5. The mu and e values are proportional, but only for some extent, because electric field crosses the, if you apply more electric field, then dipole moment also will changes, but for some extent only it will be directly proportional. After that electric field crosses, the dipole moment doesn't vary linearly. Mu equal to alpha e into e. Alpha e is the linear electronic polarizability. By substituting alpha e equal to mu by e, by substituting the mu and mu value, then we get alpha e equal to 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. This is the required equation of electronic polarizability of elemental dielectric. It is an independent of temperature. Next, ionic polarization. Ionic polarization is also same as electronic polarization, but in ionic polarization we take an, in definition they two are same. In definition, in electronic polarization we take electron, in ionic polarization we take ions. Here in ionic polarization, when an electric field is applied in an ionic dielectric, then positive ion moves in the field direction, whereas the negative ion moves in opposite direction. Then dipoles are produced. This is known as the ionic polarization. For ionic polarization, I am considering an NaCl molecule. Na plus and Cl minus are equilibrium distance. When external field is applied, ion Na plus will move this direction of E and get displaced by S1 distance, and Cl minus ions moving make displacement x2. Mass of Na plus is capital M and mass of Cl minus is small m. Force acting on Na plus due to applied electric field. The electric field direction is in this way. So the force acting on Na plus is E Fna equal to plus E. This is positive charge, and we already know that Lorentz formula is F equal to QE. Force acting on Cl minus is FeCl equal to minus EE. First equation, second equation. The force which will try to bring if you are a separation, then the Na plus ion also will try to bring close to the Cl minus. These are two positive and negative charges, so they try to attract. The force acting between them is the restoring force. The restoring force direction is here the electric field direction is in this way and the restoring force direction is in this way. The two charges are separating this way like this. Here the restoring force is in opposite direction. The restoring force on an Nu plus ion is opposite to the external field. From Hooke's law, F equal to Kx. Here F is restoring force and K is restoring force constant. In Fna plus, a restoring force is opposite to direction of electric field in Na plus ion. So minus K1 x1, equation 3. On Cl minus, K, here the direction is same direction as electric field. So plus K2 x2. In simple harmonic motion, we know that acceleration is directly proportional to displacement. A equal to minus omega square x. By multiplying m on both sides, ma equal to minus m omega square x. F equal to minus m omega square x. From second law, Newton's second law, F equal to minus omega square x, and we have F equal to kx. By comparing these two equations, k equal to m omega square. By substituting k value in above equations, that k1 equal to m omega square, capital M. Here mass is capital M, and Cl minus ion mass is small m. K2 equal to m omega square. These values in equation 3 and 4 we get Fna plus equal to minus m omega square x1, Fcl minus equal to m omega square x2, equation 5, 6. At equilibrium, the electric force and the restoring force will be in equal magnitude but opposite direction. So from equation first we are considering Na plus ion. From equation 1 and 5 we get plus Ce equal to minus m omega square x1. Here x1 is E small e capital E m capital M omega square. That is equation 7. And by solving the 2 and 6, we get the relation as x2 equal to small e capital E by small m omega square, equation 8. The total displacement due to electric field is x equal to x1 plus x2. Here by solving the above equations 7 and 8, we get x value as E small e capital E by omega square into 1 by small capital M plus 1 by small m. We already know that dipole moment is equal to charge into displacement. Here charge is E and displacement is x. By substituting x value, we get mu equal to E square small e square capital E by omega square into 1 by small capital M plus 1 by small m. And we already know mu equal to alpha I into E. In electronic polarization also we substitute. Here in that polarization we take alpha E. Here we take alpha I. Alpha I equal to mu by E. Alpha I, substituting mu value, we get alpha I equal to E square by omega square into 1 by capital M plus 1 by small m. This is the required equation for ionic polarization. Next polarization, orientation polarization. Orientation polarization means when an polar dielectric is placed in an electric field, then all poles are tend to rotate in a direction towards the field direction. It makes an angle theta. I am considering two charges, plus q and minus q, at a distance t, and the dipole moment already we know, charge into displacement. Here the charge is q and displacement is t. Mu equal to q into d. If you apply the electric field, in this direction at an angle theta, then the positive charge displaces in QE and negative charge displaces in minus QE in the direction. Then the dipole, then it creates a dipole. Here if we take components, here the charge is QE sin theta, and in this way QE plus cos theta, QE cos theta and QE sin theta. The QE cos theta and QE cos theta are in opposite direction and equal in magnitude, so they cancel each other. but in whereas q is sin theta and this q is sin theta are in opposite direction but not in same magnitude, so they won't cancel each other. So they, in that way the torque will be active. Torque equal to force into displacement. Here the force is q is sin theta into d. Already we know qd e sin theta. Already we know qd equal to mu equal to qd. Substitute this equation into qd. We get tau equal to mu e sin theta. Here the potential energy also acts on due to the dipole at an angle theta. Here the theta, this will also theta, this will also theta, so we can components this. P equal to integral pi by 2 to theta. Here the angle is pi by 2 and up to theta. So tau of d theta equal to, we already get the formula tau as mu e sin theta d theta. By substituting by integration, we get tau value as minus mu e cos theta. According to Maxwell-Boltzmann, the probability of finding a dipole at an angle theta is alpha e in t power minus pe by kt. P is dipole moment. So here we get P as mu e cos theta by kt. From theta to theta plus theta, the polar probability is alpha 2 pi into sin theta d theta. Combined probability is product of two quantities. It means at an angle theta and at an angle d plus d theta. If we combine those, alpha into 2 pi e mu e power mu e cos theta by kt sin theta d theta. Mu cos theta is in the direction of electric field. Here I am dividing V on both sides. It means that volume. So mu by V equal to n into integral 0. N is the total number of polar dipoles. N into integral 0 to pi. Mu cos theta into 2 pi e power mu e cos theta by kt sin theta d theta. And by the integral 0 to pi 2 pi e mu p cos theta by kt into sin theta d theta. If we cancel it, we get, and we saw by taking mu e cos theta, mu e by kt as a, mu equal to a kt by e. Then we get n into integral 0 to pi kt by e a cos theta e power a cos theta sin theta by d theta, 0 to pi e power a cos theta sin theta d theta. By taking constants common nkt by e and by taking a cos theta as x, then its differentiation minus a sin theta d theta equal to minus dx. nkt by e into integral minus a to minus a x into e power x into minus dx by a by whole by a in integral a to minus a e power x minus dx by a. By cancelling a and by solving we get nkt by e integral x into e power x minus ex limits up to a to minus a and by e power x limits a to minus a. By substituting the limits, we get nkt by e minus a into e power a minus e power minus a plus e power a minus e power minus a by whole by minus of e power a minus e power minus a. By dividing the equation, we get nkt by e equal to minus a cos ha plus sin ha by minus sin ha. By substituting these values, we get a cot ha minus 1. And here a equal to mu e by kt. The kt by e as mu by a. N mu by a into a cot ha minus 1. By multiplying the equation, n mu cot ha minus 1 by a. Mu by v equal to n mu into L of a. Here L is a Langevin function. Dot ha minus 1 by a. We will take this equation as a Langevin function. Then mu by v equal to n into mu into L of a. Mu by v means polarizability. P equal to n mu L of a. If A is much more greater than 1, then L of A equal to 1. If A is then P equal to N mu. If A is much more less than 1, L of A equal to A by 3. Therefore, P equal to N mu into A by 3. By substituting this, we get P equal to 1 by 3 N mu square E by KT. Polarization, P equal to 1 by 3 N mu square E by KT. And we also know P equal to N alpha E. Here alpha is alpha naught, orientation polarization. Alpha naught equal to 1 by 3 mu square by KT. Alpha, this is the formula for orientation polarization, and here K is a Boltzmann constant. It is dependent on temperature. Internal electric field or a local field. The electric field which is responsible for polarizing a molecule of the dielectric. We are taking an dielectric. We are taking a capacitor. The capacitor is connected to a battery. Then it is the high potential, it is low potential. Then here the positive charges will be displaced and the negative charges will be displaced. When we apply the electric field in this direction, that is E1, the charge density, the formula is sigma by epsilon naught. And if you take a capacitor, if you take a dipole, the positive charges then will be displaced towards the negative plate, and the negative charges will displace towards the positive plate. In this, at that time, the electric field will be displaced. When we apply electric field in that also, the direction of the electric field E2 is opposite to the E1. Then E3, if you take a pole, if you take an atom in the dielectric, that is this, if you take an atom in dielectric, here the point A, here the point A, here the positive charges are displaced towards the negative charge, and negative charges are displaced towards the positive charge outside the atom. And if you take a dipole inside an atom in a dielectric plate, then the atom also gets it is an atom. This is point A, and if you take a dipolar, here plus charge, here minus charge, these two charges will produce as a dipole, then the angle will tends to rotate, or then here also the plus charges and minus charges will get displaced, but the rotation is oriented in random direction. So the dipole moment is, so the electric field here is 0 in an atom, in a dipole. Here these charges are free charges, and in dipole charges are induced charges. If we are applying electric field, so the charges will be induced. In an atom, the polarizing charge carriers will be present. Here E1 is the electric field intensity due to free charge carriers, E2 is the electric field intensity due to induced charge carriers, E3 is the electric field intensity due to polarized charge carriers. E1 formula is sigma by epsilon naught. E2 is in opposite direction to the E1, so E2 equal to minus sigma p by epsilon naught. And E3 is polarized charge carriers. E4 is 0 because the dipoles are oriented in random direction. This is called total electric field at a point A due to all charge carriers. E local equal to E1 plus E2 plus E3 plus E4. In dielectric solids, the atoms or molecules experiences not only external applied field, but external electric field, but also the electric field produced by dipoles themselves. The resultant electric field acting on atom or molecules of substance is called local field or electric field. Therefore, by substituting E1, E2, E3, E4 values in above equation, we get E local equal to sigma by epsilon naught minus sigma p by epsilon naught plus E3 plus E4. E4 is 0. So that E local equal to sigma by epsilon naught minus sigma p by epsilon naught. We are taking sigma by epsilon naught minus sigma p by epsilon naught as E. E is net electric field between the two plates in presence of dielectrics. To find E3, we take an we take a circle, and in that circle, and we am taking an atom. In that atom, A is displaced and the diameter is xy, and we am taking a vertical small element as and I am assigning the r value and s value. The distance between A and r is r, and A and s is also r, and an angle mating is theta. Then the electric field is in this direction, and polarization is also in this direction. Then if you take the theta values, it will be divided as components: p cos theta, and p sin theta, p cos theta and p sin theta. Here Pn is the polarization along the direction of all r. At a point A, due to charge dq, I am taking another circle as r and s. I mean, this small element can be drawn in here at a point A, and here the q. The displacement is the charge is dq and displacement is d. I mean, electric field is d. Then if you divide these components, dE cos theta and dE sin theta, dE cos theta and dE sin theta, then at a point A, due to electric charge, is the dE equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by r square. Electric field intensity along x direction, dEx equal to dE cos theta. dE is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by r square. The electric field at a point A along applied field due to charge dq is dEs equal to dE cos theta, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq cos theta. We know that P equal to Q by A here, and Pn equal to P cos theta equal to dq by ds. Here dq is here dq equal to P cos theta ds. Here ds is unknown. In this diagram, if you take ASR sector, this is a sector, then ds equal to circumference of ring into thickness. Circumference of ring is qs. Here circumference of ring is qx and rs. Here the from sector rs equal to r d theta. From triangle ASR we get sq equal to r sin theta aqs. Then substituting these values, ds equal to 2 pi r square sin theta d theta. Then by substituting ds value in dq, we get dq equal to 2 pi r sin theta r d theta p cos theta. By substituting this in dE3, we get dE3 values p cos square theta sin theta d theta by 2 epsilon naught. Total electric field intensity at a point A due to spherical cavity E3 equal to p by 2 epsilon naught integral 0 to pi cos square theta sin theta d theta. Then taking x equal to cos theta, ds equal to minus sin theta. If theta equal to 0, then x equal to 1. If theta equal to 180, then x equal to minus 1. Then E3 value will become as p by 3 epsilon naught. Therefore, substituting E3 value in the first equation, we get E local equal to E plus p by epsilon naught. Class as Mosseri relation. It is a relation between macroscopic property polarizability alpha to the macroscopic property dielectric constant sigma r. Sigma r minus 1 by sigma r plus 2 equal to n alpha by 3 epsilon naught. We are going to derive this equation. For deriving this equation, we need to know some basic formulas. Those are related to permeability. Epsilon r equal to epsilon by epsilon naught, and polarization P equal to mu by V. It is a one formula, and P equal to n mu is also another formula. And also polarizability, mu equal to alpha EI or alpha equal to mu I by E. By substituting alpha value, and we get mu value in P equation, we get P equal to n alpha EI. Relation between D comma E comma P. D is the electric displacement. D equal to epsilon E by E plus P. D equal to epsilon E. From electric displacement charge, we also derived epsilon R into epsilon naught equal to epsilon naught E plus P. By taking P this on LHS side, we get P equal to epsilon into epsilon r minus 1 into E. Consider an elemental dielectric medium is placed in an electric field. Then if there is n number of atoms per unit volume, then polarization vector is P equal to n alpha EI. We also derived Internal electric field EI equal to E plus P by epsilon naught. Equation 2, P equal to N alpha into E plus P by 3 epsilon naught. N alpha by multiplying N alpha on both sides. P minus N alpha P by 3 epsilon naught into equal to N alpha E. By taking P value, we get P equal to N alpha E by 1 minus N alpha 3 epsilon naught. And we have another equation, P equal to epsilon naught into E epsilon r minus 1 into E. Here we get epsilon, by solving this above equation, we get epsilon r minus 1 by epsilon r plus 2 equal to N alpha by 3 epsilon naught. This is required equation. Ferroelectricity. When a dielectric material exhibits ferroelectricity. When a dielectric material exhibits electric polarization even in the absence of external field, it is known as ferroelectrics, and these materials are termed as ferroelectrics. Ferroelectrics are anisotropic crystals which exhibit spontaneous polarization, and that is, they exhibit polarization even in the absence of external field, electric field. Example, lead zinc chloride, potassium nicobate, etc. Properties: the dielectric constant is above 2000. It will not vary to temperature. It reaches maximum value at a particular temperature called Curie temperature. The polarization does not vary linearly with respect to the electric field, and hence these materials are called a non-linear dielectrics. Ferrodielectrics exhibit electrical polarization very easily even in absence of external electric field. Ferroelectric materials exhibit domain structure. These are also exhibit hysteresis as ferrimagnetic materials. Applications: they use it to produce ultrasonic, they used in sonar, strain gauges, they are also used in frequency stabilizers and crystallized controlled oscillators. Electrodes are type of ferroelectric materials and is used in production of capacitor in microphones, gas filters, etc. Solid dielectric in transformers. Fibrous materials are used in air cooler transformers. Cotton tape is used for insulating conductors of oil-cooled transformers. High-quality synthetic resin bonded paper in form of cylinder is used as insulator between core and coils, and also between primary and secondary windings. Pressed board or pressed paper is used as a filling and as packing materials between coil. Thank you, ma'am.